Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio November 28, 2022. The day is relationship-oriented for you, and you tend to ease off your personal agenda and plans. Transits support negotiations, compromises, and breathing new life into friendships. With Jupiter's recent direct turn, you can feel you're turning a corner with your outlook. Publishing or learning matters can move forward, perhaps after some limbo. Delays lift or news comes in that renews your interest in and motivation for these pursuits. In recent months, you may have questioned a particular belief system or suffered from some lack of faith in your future. Now, you're finding more reasons to be optimistic about where you're heading. Mind you, Mars remains retrograde, and until January 12th, it remains a good idea to review and revise rather than begin brand new ventures. Jupiter's direct turn is good for morale. Mental Mercury is getting fired up and jetting off to newfound territory. This will catch you by surprise. With our cosmic messenger soaring into the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, you'll feel fired up to be bold, impulsive, and vibrant when it comes to your desires, feelings, and thoughts. Use this energy to embrace the highly enthusiastic and theatrical side of your personality and harness it for the benefit of your personal relationships. If you are single, dust off your innate sense of humor, wit, and charm and dazzle people with your bravado. It'll make jaws drop. Do your current professional commitments sustain your career path? Ideally, whoever and whatever you are committed to should positively influence your status, accomplishments, and professional legacy. However, as the moon in Capricorn squares Chiron retrograde in Aries today, you might feel surprisingly tense. Some of your arrangements or partnerships may point out the weaknesses in your career path. Instead of becoming defensive, you could use this as a turning point to strengthen everything that you do to have a stellar career path. Keep an open mind about what you could do to strengthen your career. In the lead up to the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow, there is a need to have your antennas and listening to your gut while taking a wait-and-see approach. This will be the moon's second visit since Saturn turned direct, and this will give you a better sense of where you are most able to take your power back as you move into the final weeks of this professional year. Giving in to your instincts is a natural move for you. However, there is a tendency to confuse instinct with excess. The planetary alignment challenges you to find what is really the best outlet for your instinctual urges, and can provide direction if you tune in. Some dietary advice: try to use grains and legumes for your energy and protein sources this week. Hard work is not likely to be a stranger to you. You are often renowned for being the cornerstones of society, as your dedication and commitment to getting the job done well is undeniable. Yet this does not always equate with an adequate bank balance. With the focus on monetary means, it provides an opportune time for you to take a good look at your financial situation. Consider whether or not you're being paid fairly for everything you do. If you don't think you are, then see about changing this by stepping up. In 10 days, Mercury, the planet of communication, will become the first planet to join Pluto in your relationship sector since earlier in the year, and Venus, the planet of love, is just 3 days behind him. Both began the year here, and they will also both end the year here, and as the moon makes its monthly visit, this is both bringing a taste of things to come and a chance to become more emotionally engaged. It is the same friendly aspects the moon is making to planets on the communication and friendship fronts that Venus and Mercury will make over the coming weeks. While having the moon not only spend the weekend in your relationship sector but at a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres in your communication sector is an advantage, it is the timing that makes this significant. While this is a monthly event and a valuable chance to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice, with Mercury just 10 days away from your relationship sector and Venus returning just days later, this is preparation for some special times ahead. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings an element of swiftness and response. The day starts intense, with a ton of energy swirling around. Remember that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. You planted the seeds a while back, so go ahead and jump into your destiny. You're optimistic, willing to take risks. Self-reliance and the charm you possess gives you great confidence. If you suffer the indignity of being turned down by a potential date, this has little effect on the way you feel. There are people out there who appreciate what you offer and willing to share their love with you. You're a soldier. Ask yourself exactly who and what you're willing to fight for. That is exactly where you need to focus your time and attention. It might even require you to cut unwanted things and people from your life. You'll feel encouraged to stick to your commitments and rebel against the system. It's going to require you to stand up for yourself in many areas of your life. Today is not a good day for financial adventures. You are being somewhat sluggish and aren't at all creative. Refrain from starting ambitious projects. You don't have the necessary willpower to conclude them successfully. Wait for better times, because if you try to force things through now, they will backfire. You've done what you needed to do, and you've accomplished a lot in a short amount of time. Be proud of yourself. This evening, let yourself chillax with some wonderful food, conversation, and company. In the morning, the Capricorn moon squares off with Chiron in Aries, provoking insecurity. Conflicts emerge. Our ability to care for ourselves or others is called into question. We may be willing to rise to the occasion and assume the management process, but fears of inadequacy give us pause. In our past, we were belittled for taking a strong, assertive approach. We had to learn how to temper our emotions to get what we need, but employing more reserved tactics may not serve us well at this moment. For now, we must face this challenge without the promise of a win, which can be anxiety-inducing. Your energy and drive have no bounds. If you had it your way, you would do everything and at the same time. Even though your interests are varied, you should concentrate on what's relevant. Involve your friends and relations in particular. You will spend wonderful moments together and have great memories of them. It's essential to ask yourself if your actions are always necessary. Often you feel as if you have to prove yourself to your colleagues and without reason may use questionable means to achieve this by opposing suggestions they make. Try to remain helpful and cooperative. Projects work out much better. Mid-afternoon, the moon trines Uranus in Taurus, allowing us to loosen up and go with the flow. Sudden shakeups to work, routines, or resources prompt us to approach our problems in new ways. Disruptions such as these would ordinarily bother us, but they now offer a chance to stop thinking so much about ourselves and focus on the task at hand. The known is what is presently causing us grief, this idea that we are incapable of overcoming our personal failings. The unknown, however, is full of possibility. Switching up our agendas and breaking from bad habits is liberating and frees us from self-consciousness. We will likely be met with serendipity in the later part of the day. Chance meetings, surprising turn of events, or unexpected opportunities are only a few of fate's possible manifestations.